Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll pull it down and run. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be going deep. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown and you're Ohio State and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant paddles, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Burns. The Wolverines will keep this drive going.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught in the backfield, it's Pedrino. Open space at the 25. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a note.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and you failed on 1st and 2nd, but on 3rd down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last.
And that pass picked off. No good place for it. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the catch and he's brought down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. power football with the run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for 3rd and California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Quick strike complete. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide out in motion. They'll run play action. Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still...
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The run to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Going with the counter play here. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the back. Oh, just left him flailing. And the defense gets to him, but not before he reaches the 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They give it to him again. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get him corralled and down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The option look. Finds a crease at the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Here comes the offense on first down. Now on 2nd down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.